It's world music, legends and young stars with Tobago soca king Gerard Balfour, jazz master Etienne Charles, Trinidadian rap artist Inzi, the great Jamaican reggae band Third World, and more. Let's go!
Let's just do this thing and get on with it. On the red carpet I stand, I wanna wow you.
Well, we have a lot of artists still to come on the red carpet. The party is in full swing. I am missing out.
Yes, it's a lot of, we can see it from here, you can, but there's a lot happening there.
Oh,
we see people
gosh.
drinking, there's a pool side, and there's a lot happening in the back there. But right now, I've just saw Tennille walk through the red carpet, and she's about to come talk with us. We see what's happening. Tennille is actually a local born star. She's actually doing a lot of stuff internationally as well. Okay. So we're gonna try to make our way over to the red carpet so we can have a chat with her to see what's happening.
All right.
Oh, yes. Hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. Can you step over there, please? Thanks.
Hi, pleasure.
Pleasure to be here.
Oh, wow. It's been a while. I haven't seen you. Welcome, welcome. This is OTRC, and we are pleased to have you here, Tennille. And we know that you are a star, and we know that you were born locally, and you have a lot of collaborations and stuff going on for you right now. Tell us, where did that started?
So just to correct real quick, I actually was born, my family all is from Trinidad. I was born in Scotland. I lived in England, Egypt, Singapore, back to Scotland for a while, but right now I'm living in New York. All my family is still in Trinidad, so still Trini.
How did it start for you in music, and at what age?
I was 9 when I first started writing songs, so very young, and I guess I've just been doing music my whole life. It's my passion, it's what I love to do. I love to write, I love to perform, I love to collaborate with other talented artists. Yeah, it's just been in my blood, I guess, since I was very young.
So Tennille, how would you describe your style of music?
It's pop with a reggae and hip-hop fusion. So it's definitely a fusion of sounds. I'm influenced by many different sounds and genres. So I try and take inspiration from the different styles that I'm into personally.
Right. You said you started writing music when you were 9.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the first song was about?
Honestly, I think it was something to do with like the environment or something, like protecting the environment or something like that. Yeah. I've always had a desire to want to do something positive with my music. It's always been about wanting to put out a message with the music. So I've always, I guess, I mean, it's funny that you should ask that. No one's ever asked me that before, which is a great question. But it's interesting to think back and to know that even as a young child, that was something that was important to me, is making sure that the music had meaning and depth.
Some of the artists that you collaborated with, I know some of them, but for the viewers that don't, can you let us know?
Sure. I've been blessed to work with Bungie Garlin. We have a song called I Want Your Love. Jimmy October and Inzi, we have a song called Forever Forward that came out last year. I've done a collaboration with Mr. Vegas. We have a song called Fire that's out on YouTube as well. Shaggy and I have a song that's going to be coming out this year. John Legend and I wrote a song together for an artist named Pixie Lott. She also collaborated on the writing for that song. The song's called You Win. I've done a song with Praz from the Fugees. Worked with the Black Eyed Peas crew at one point. Honestly, it's just been very organic. Like, each of the people that I've worked with has been a very organic experience. I met someone who introduced me to someone else who then connected me with them. We vibed in the studio, played songs for each other, enjoyed each other's work, and then the collaborations happened. With Bungie, funnily enough, I reached out to Bungie on Instagram with a song that I really wanted him to do, and he had heard of me, heard of what I was doing with Shaggy, the work that I was doing with Shaggy, and he heard the song and he loved it, so that's how we ended up working together. Yeah.
That is actually really interesting. So what is the next big step for you?
So I just did a song called I Am a Girl. It was released at the United Nations. It's a song about gender equality. It's all about female empowerment. And so in March, on International Women's Day, the song was released. And then they had me performing and speaking about gender equality at the United Nations at a few different events. So that was really great. So basically now I'm working on the remix for I Am a Girl, hoping to actually include a male artist, a male rapper who's socially conscious, and also cares about the importance of gender equality as well. I have a couple of artists in mind for that, but hoping to do that release within the next couple of months and then involve some other big name female artists who want to be involved in pushing forward that movement as well. So that'll be the next thing, and then hopefully the song with Shaggy will release sometime in the next few months as well. And then my album's gonna come out.
Album, tell us about that.
The album is such a long work in progress. Anyone who knows me and has been following my journey has known that it's been such a long time in the making, but it's pretty much done and has been done for a long time now. Doing the song I Am a Girl at the UN kind of set things back a little bit as far as me putting my focus into I Am a Girl and really pushing that forward first. But I'm very proud of the album, very happy with the collaborations that are on there, but also with just like the direction that it's gone in. It's very much representative of who I am. It's pop with reggae and hip hop fusion. I sing and I rap. So
cool. It's been a pleasure talking to you here, and we do appreciate you coming through.
Yes,
right?
Thank you for coming. It's been nice having you.
thank you for having me.
On the red carpet I stand. I wanna wow
I'm
you.
still buzzing here with what we call vibes here in the Caribbean, but I actually made myself over into the artist range right now, and look who I'm meeting with right now. I have with me no other than the real jazz artist, Etienne Charles. Welcome to it, and welcome to Tobago, and I really appreciate you taking the time out to be here at OTRC.
Thank you, Telly. Thank you, Telly. It's so good to be in Tobago. I love Tobago. I've been coming to Tobago since I was very small, and it's gotten more and more and more beautiful, and I've gotten to see so much more of the island. I mean, I have memories of bathing in Castara Bay, and, you know, so and rough water and rocks, you know. So I just love Tobago, Store Bay, Pigeon Point, you know, the whole island.
When you talk about Store Bay, you got to talk about the crab and the dumpling and stuff like that.
Well, I'll tell you a funny story. So growing up, I used to devour a curry crab and dumpling, and a few years ago, I was in Tobago getting ready to play at the jazz festival, and so I brought my band down from New York. This was 2010. Flew in, landed in Tobago, and I said, "Driver, we're not going to the hotel. We're going Store Bay first." So we went Store Bay, and I lined each of them up. And I said, we getting the same thing. And I ordered, I think, 6 curry crab and dumplings. We went by, and then I said, okay, now we could go. So we went to the hotel. And so everybody went to their room, and, you know, they figured out how to eat it. I said, well, just, you know, bite open anything. And, you know. And so I'm in my room, and I have the crab in there. And so I ate the dumplings, and then I started breaking open the crab. And I look in the mirror, and I see my top lip swollen.
Serious?
And I'm a trumpet player, and I have to play a show tomorrow. So I'm just like, oh my God, swollen. So I said, I had to find a pharmacy. So I went and found some Benadryl. Turns out I had become allergic to shellfish.
Really?
So I have not had crab and dumpling since that date. That was 2010, so in 6 years. And every time I come to Tobago, I cry because I love it. I love it, but my body has developed an allergy to iodine, which is the active ingredient in crab and lobster and those types of things. So,
speaking about jazz, you said it's not your first time here performing for the jazz festival. How many times have you performed before?
I've done. This is gonna be my second time doing the Tobago Jazz Experience, and we've done jazz on the beach twice. So this is gonna be our 4th time playing in Tobago.
But you are one of the artists that are actually true to the jazz. How did you get into jazz, and at what age did you start it?
I started playing jazz when I was about 17, 18 maybe. And then I went away to university to study. I went to Florida State University and then the Juilliard School. And through that, you know, I started to fall in love, not only with jazz, but, you know, the more you study any type of music, the quicker you are to find the similarities between your home music. So I immediately started to hear more of avenue for jazz and Caribbean music, simply because jazz comes out of Caribbean music, like the feel and specifically the African sound of Caribbean music, like the call and response, the drumming, the singing, the dancing. That's what the music comes out of. So there was a natural place for me, being a West Indian man or somebody from Trinidad and Tobago, to then fit in to the straight up realm of jazz in North America. And
where have this taken you?
I would say my career highlights so far, really is just getting to discover musics from around the world. You know, last night I recorded a tambourine band, a traditional Tobago tambourine band, and a traditional Tobago speech band. And for me, that's a high point, is to see them tuning up the tambourines with the lamps and learning from these gentlemen, who've been around, who learned from their parents and ancestors and so on, and just getting in touch with those traditions. And on top of that, I get a lot of joy when I see children enjoy music, because then I know that it's being passed on. So it's always a joy when we get to perform, when they're young people in the audience that get moved, especially when it's the first time that a child hears a trumpet or hears jazz. So those types of things, or when people start dancing because they feel the music, or when, like, one time we were playing in Tobago and somebody caught the power and she came up on stage and she just went into it, and it was just like, because the rhythm of the drums just caught her. So music has healing powers, and I'm honored and glad and humbled that we get to do this for the people.
The power of the music, the power of the music. Tell us, can we expect anything new coming out from you anytime soon?
I have a new album coming out called the San Jose Suite. It's an album of all original compositions based on 3 San Jose settlements. They were all Spanish colonies: San Jose in Trinidad, San Jose in Costa Rica, and San Jose in California. And it deals with the indigenous peoples of these 3 places and the African immigrants and the descendants of the African immigrants.
So tell me, what do you think about the local music, the Tobago-based music? Are you gonna fuse any of that within your music?
I just started the process of seriously researching Tobago music, and tambourine music is fascinating. Speech band music, the culture, that blend. Tobago's heritage has been well preserved, and I have to take my hat off to all of the organizers of all of the cultural events in Tobago Heritage Festival. You go down the list, but you see such a rich tradition, even in the form of dress, with the tuxedo, the hat, and then the music, the tambourines, the instruments themselves and the way they're played. And that's what used to fuel dances back in the day. And now, moving forward, Tobago is always very, very, very well represented in the steel band culture. And a lot of people don't talk about that. But, I used to do commentary for Panorama Finals. And the Tobago bands will always be cleaning up. And so it speaks well for how important the artistic element of our culture as a country, Trinidad and Tobago, is here. And how I see so much youth coming up in it. We had a speech band yesterday of many different youths. And so it's important to figure out a way to transfer that all over the Caribbean, so that we see more young people involved, and also more people just patronizing it, more people supporting it, because it's a strong art form. When you think of the kind of calypsos that came out of Tobago, you think about Shadow alone, man. And then you think about the athletes. I mean, on the whole, the culture is just rich, and I'm gonna try to start imbibing some of that Tobago sound, as we call it, with the fiddle.
Well, we definitely can't wait for that one.
Well, jazz is the art of surprise. That's what people need to understand about jazz. And so we're gonna try to bring some surprises. I mean, there are always moments that we as the musicians remember, and we hope that the audience remembers as well. So we're gonna play some of our original music. We're gonna play some Caribbean songs. We're gonna go from there and see how it's. I mean, I can't predict what will happen, because it's all about who's in the space, how the energy of the audience is, and so. If there's a lot of exchanges, there's gonna be a high energy. That's what jazz is. It's the study of surprise.
Yeah.
and figuring out what to do with a surprise.
Before we go, for fans out there, where can we find your music?
You can go to etiencharles.com. That's ETIENNECHARLES.com. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. My handle is Etienne Jazz. That's ETIENNEJAZZ. And you link up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all those types of things. But that's where you can find my music. iTunes, Amazon.
It's all over the social media. Etienne, it's a pleasure. I really appreciate talking to you, and I feel like I get to know you a little more. And I'm going to be at the show tonight, so I'm looking forward to see your performance.
Hip-hop artist NZ and legendary reggae band Third World coming up on OTRC.
On the red carpet I stand, I wanna wow you.
This is OTRC. We're on the red carpet. Celebrities are coming in. The party is going on. I see we have somebody else coming to the red carpet.
No other than?
NZ. NZ is a local rap artist. Hi. How are you doing? Yes. You're supposed to be in the middle. So, NZ, how are you feeling today?
Good, I'm good. I'm nice. Tobago's weather is good, so I'm good.
Your performance is tonight?
Yeah. At 10:45.
And you're opening for?
J. Cole, yeah.
Like J. Cole, like no senior.
Right. So I'm just curious, is this the highlight of your career so far?
Well, to be honest, no. I must say, I mean, it's up there. It's a milestone because we just did Reggae on the Bay in October, and we opened for Damian Marley and Protege and Magic, and then to come and open for J. Cole, you know what I mean? It shows that we're doing something right. But this is not the highlight of my career so far. Actually, we just booked a venue in New York to do our own event in the States, and like that actually have us more excited. Like, I mean, this is a big opportunity. Don't get us wrong, we're excited all now too. But that one is, you know what I mean?
Great.
Yeah, that one is a big opportunity too. So
will that be your first?
That'll be our
first international?
Nah, I perform internationally already, but this will be the first one we're doing on our own. Like, we're legit.
First time you're headlining a show.
Yeah.
So everybody that's there, they're coming to see you.
Yeah, pretty much. All the local bands are coming up too.
Right.
Myself alone.
So how did you get started?
Well, it was simple. I always liked hip-hop. I pushed myself to actually learn the craft and what it is to be a rapper. Really, I didn't want to be a poser at all. I wanted to be really genuine to the thing. I went backwards. I learned from A Tribe Called Quest, rest in peace, Fife. Everyone, straight up to Eminem, everybody that was relevant and thing. And then I just made it to the point where I just wanted to do it for myself.
Right.
So I said, yo, let me get to the studio about, let me say, 11 years ago. And I just started. You know, it didn't sound the best, you know what I mean? Nobody sounded the best the first time, but got to where I am now.
But I mean, when we think about hip hop, we just think about the States. You doing hip hop in Trinidad. How does that work? I mean, are you getting the love? Are you getting the support? Do you think that you in one time you have to move to the States to be recognized more, or how is it? How does that work?
Well, to me, being a rapper in Trinidad, I want to say, well, they had to have rappers before myself. They had to have old, like, you know what I mean? And not to take nothing from them, but they did what they had to do to allow for young rappers like myself to be a part of this universe. And what I'm saying, Trinidad right now is open enough for other art besides soca, and kind of, you know what I mean? It's open for, we just at a point in our life where we just want to learn. So how did you do this? So being a rapper in Trinidad, in a way, there's still a lot of people that say, yo, why are you doing this for? Sing a soca and a dog. That away from us. Nobody does do that. They had people that just want to see, like, what would a Trinidadian artist do? Like, they started to look at it as the art form that it is. He's an artist from Trinidad, and the way he projects his art is through hip-hop, and we enjoy his art.
And there's a lot of great videos that you guys have been producing.
As of 2016, and I'm really proud to say this, I actually started my own visual company. So, yeah. So my friends and I, we call it Straight 68 Studios. Yeah, thanks so much. Oh. I got mash up your thing. Nah.
It's all right. It's cool. We have a spare.
It's called Straight 68 Studios. So look out for videos from that. Just right now to see our videos that we did, just type Inzey on YouTube, INZEY, and all will come up. And you just watch them and you'll see. Cause right now we trying to launch the company same way. We trying to do an event and launch it correct before it's out there. Right. But you know what I mean.
Great.
So one question: of all of the rap artists, who has been your biggest inspiration?
Wow. Well, I can't put one. But J. Cole is definitely up there as an influential. Right. Like, you know what I mean? Because I was second Cole because, you know what I mean, he's the topic of the. So, in where he is concerned, like, he also has a band. You understand, a band that backs him on stage and whatever. So where we are concerned, because I also have a band too. I mean, unfortunately, we're not using them tonight. It's just a DJ and my drummer. But it's still gonna be lit though. But we use J. Cole and his team as projections and like to say, well, guys, look how their bass man would use this pedal. Like, you know what I mean? That is actually a wise thing to do. You know, we just watch how they use their tech and basically that now. So just to help us understand, because we have no hip hop band we could go to in Trinidad.
So, seeing that you do have a band, can you explain to us like the importance of having your own band?
Well, I wanna believe an artist knows what he needs, and in my case, I know I needed my band because, like, I come across as different anyway. Like, I don't say I say what people say when they see me. They don't say, well, yo, he's a rapper off the bat, but they know something is going on with this youth. But they don't know I'm a rapper now. But that's just it. So I would always want to go on stage with that same deception now. Like, what are you coming to do? You have a band, whoa. And then they would start to play and they were like, oh, whoa, he's a rapper. Oh, okay, like this is new. I'll take this in. So that's the importance to me. You know what I mean?
So albums coming?
We dropping one. Album-wise, to say album with like thing, we dropping one in August, the band and myself. But we look out for mini projects from us like throughout the year. Because after this one, we're going to record in New York, but just in the hotel room. So that's going to be like a mixtape, but it's content still. So let's look out for that on Inzey.com.
Right.
Well taught you. There
Right.
you go.
You seem to put a lot of thought into what you're doing. Well, I hope the party has been going well so far. Right? Well, we still have some drinks left and some food left.
Yeah.
So you could
sure.
go back and enjoy.
Right. We see you. We'll see you in the party just now. We can't wait.
Thank you for coming. Bye.
Thanks.
On the red carpet I stand. I wanna wow.
We're still here at OTRC, and there's a lot of happening right now. It's a lot. There's drinks, there's food, it is the jazz experience. There's a whole
artists.
lot. And they are the moment we all been waiting for. We have actually Third World is actually walking the carpet right now, and we're waiting. We can't wait for them to get over here right now. Nikita,
Are you ready?
are you ready?
I think so.
I think I'm ready.
I'm not
I
gonna
think I'm
pass
ready.
that. I'll be okay.
Let's see if we can get them over to the red carpet to do an interview right now with Third World.
Okay.
They are here.
They're coming.
They are here. How are you doing? Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Rod. Welcome, welcome, welcome to it. Welcome. Yes, welcome. Well, you blend. I mean,
Have a spokesperson to come in the middle here? Yes, oh boy. We'll pass the questions along. All right, so do you all want to introduce yourselves?
yes. We'll start with you, sir. Your name and
Richard Daly, born in Kingston, Jamaica, in the year 1973.
we getting more information. There we go. It started good.
Yeah, Tony Robshan, drummer, Mantica Bay, bless.
I'm Norris Webb, Kingstonian again, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, Junior Jazz, Montego Bay, Jamaica.
Cat Core, Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, man, I'm serious.
Careful, we might keep you.
I'm half Trini, so I just sent for my passport.
That still counts.
Maurice Gregory, Kingston.
And they all make up the band Third World. And we are actually here right now with them on the red carpet. We are shooting in Tobago live. Third World, welcome to it. And we do appreciate you here speaking with us right here at OTRC. So, where do we start, Nikita?
Well, we can
It's a
start
lot.
with asking them how the experience was so far, being in Tobago.
Boy, the experience is going to be nice, you know. It's a Caribbean island, and we just vibe. We are Caribbean, so everything's nice.
Is it reminding you all of home a little bit?
Of course, absolutely. Water, wood and water, land of wood and water. So we
try some of the local things yet?
Yes,
to try.
at London airport we had that, what you call doubles.
Oh, boy.
You must have that.
Right.
You must have that.
So a little birdie told me that this is actually the first time you all are performing in Tobago.
That's true. Yes, that's very true. This is our first time. This is our first time in Tobago, and well, we've been to Trinidad many times, but this is our first time here, and we understand that the fans over here really love their music, and we're really looking forward to it still, you know? We're looking forward to it big time.
Yeah.
This is a group that's been together for so long. How do you make it to stay together?
Well, it's a mutual love and respect for the music, you know, and mutual love and respect for one another. Yes. So that is one of the key factors in keeping it going this long, you know, because it's ups and downs and ego and tripping, but you know, it's mutual respect for what we do.
Mutual respect, keeping it real, keeping it real. So there's a lot of albums we could go back and we could talk and there's a lot of music from you guys. There's a lot of international performances as well. And you are here actually the first time in Tobago performing at the Jazz Experience. What can we expect tonight? What can people have?
He's telling you, that's a man with the vibes over there.
You know, we've been looking forward to this and we've been rehearsing all week, you know. And Third World is known for its live performance. Yeah. Every time we perform, we even exceed our own recordings, you know, yes. We do better. We play music live much better than we do in the studio because we're a live band, you know. Once you give us an audience and we're getting that response, our adrenaline gets high and we just get wicked, you know. Yeah. And this is what we're gonna do. You know? So we're gonna blaze tomorrow.
So are you actually on tour right now, or is it just this stop and then you head back to Tobago, head back to Jamaica?
We're constantly on tour. Like, you know, we started out last year. We've been to New Zealand, Australia, and we are just constantly moving, you know. We go back home in between, but we're just constantly rolling.
Constantly moving.
Yeah.
Right.
Demand.
So I have a question for you all. Maybe there may be no, it's not personal. But there might be several different answers. So where do you all want to go to perform that you haven't been yet?
China. That's a great market, actually.
India.
Yeah.
Singapore, I'd like to go there.
That's good. Okay. India, China, Singapore. So we have to put those on the map, put some pins in there, and visualize that we're going there.
So any new album coming soon?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that question because we're working with a genius named Damian Marley, which is, you know. And we have a single out which will be we'll play tomorrow night called In Muscan. But we're constantly in the studio every night with Damian, and we have big things coming up.
Big things. And when is that subject to release?
I would make an estimate, so somewhere around right after the summer. That's my guess.
Okay. Cool. So Damian Marley on the album, and who else can we expect on the album?
No, Damian is producing with us because it's a lifetime dream for him, you know, because he's Uncle Cat godson, and we knew him live from down there, and he said one of the things he'd love to do in life is to produce his uncles, which is what he calls us. You know, and it's a dream come through for him, and he's very talented, and we are ever much enjoying this. Yeah.
How does it feel to be an inspiration to so many artists coming up in Jamaica and throughout the world?
It's absolutely great. I mean, what else can someone say? I mean, to be an inspiration to anyone that means you're a top dog in the pen. Yeah, so. You know, we are shrimp in the pond, yeah. So, I mean, we feel great about that still. And, you know, one of the things I think that Third World, which I'd like to touch on, that Third World and other groups too, not just Third World, but other bands that come from Jamaica, we seem to have such an impact on the whole Caribbean. And the Caribbean people really show back the love to us. So, the love that we would feel at a concert in Trinidad is the same love we'd feel in Antigua or feel in Barbados. So it's very special to us to know we're part of that whole thing, that whole Caribbean experience. And I hope that the soca artists from Trinidad and from Barbados and them places they feel the same way too about when they play in Jamaica. And they get a respect for Because we love soca music in Jamaica too, big time. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, I hope it feels the same way. But for us, it's very inspiring to know that other countries around our area love our music and appreciate us.
All right, outside of reggae music, right? Outside of reggae music, what other genre, what other type of music do you guys listen to? What other type of music do you love?
Definitely R&B.
R&B.
Definitely R&B. I mean, we grew up on that.
Everything. I listen to everything.
We listen to everything, but we really grew up on jazz, R&B, and then rock in that order. R&B, jazz, and rock. And pop. But pop R&B covers pop in a way, and jazz too.
Yes.
If you listen in the history, and you're actually going to hear the mixture of genres in the music, you know, in our music. And we play is a collaboration of genres as well as the people. You're going to hear it in the music.
Well, we see, I mean, there's so much more. I mean, I know you guys got to go because you have song check, you have a whole other thing happening.
Yeah.
But we still want to get a little more into Third World for those who are viewing and don't know you guys. Where can they find your music? Where can they, you know, like your social media and all this kind of information?
You can go on YouTube if you're not familiar with our works and see what we do over the years. And you can go on iTunes, spend some money and
spend some. Yes.
That's good. Support the artists. Yes.
And we have Twitter and we have Facebook. Join us, write us, and you know, correspond with us because we love that. You know.
There you go. You can check out Third World. Support the music. These guys are legend in the music, and I'm so pleased to be here right now speaking to them at the OTRC on the red carpet right here in Tobago. They are a feature artist on the Tobago Jazz Experience 2016, and there we go. Third World. They're in the building. They are here.
Thank you for having us.
On the red carpet.
Yes.
So nothing. Bless.
Yeah.
No stress.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks.
So now we're at the end of the show. Nikita, how was it for you?
It was great. I had a really good time.
Well, it was lovely. I mean, we had a lot of artists pass through. We had a lot of things. We had a lot of fun here, interviewing the artists here.
And it was fun working with you as well, Tally. We really should do this again.
Well, thank you. I mean, we should. But right now, it's time for us to go.
Yeah, we need to go to the party, and we can't take you with us.
Definitely. So we'll see you again right here on OTRC. We're about to get ourselves acquainted with the stars backstage, and we're going to have a good time. We're going to see you right.
Let's go. Bye.
We've come so far, not far enough. Some days we fall, then we're rising up. Dream till it's real, naming the stars. No time to stop, forever forward. We've come so far, not far enough. Some days we fall, then we're rising up. Dream till it's real, naming the stars. No time to stop, forever forward. System. Come so far. Forever forward.
Tell mom her son here overshining, overgrinding, chase the old ass counter to the finest, grinding. Daydreaming of house on the hills, couple mil, how you feel?